Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the DreamWeavers podcast. Hi,
Woo!
everyone. Today we
Woo!
have, of course, the beautiful Deanna with us, always and forever. And then amazing Kim Mo is with us
Woo!
today. Yay! Ooh,
Yay!
I need some
Woo!
drums, Kim. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Yay! Good job. Well done. Air five. One, two, three.
Boom.
Good job. Good job. Okay, well, that was really good energy.
Yeah, it
All right.
was. It was.
Mhm. That was perfect energy to just go ahead and get us right on into this meditation. What do you think, ladies? You ready?
Yo, let's meditate.
Let's
Everybody,
meditate.
yeah.
Today, we're going to start you guys off with just a quick, maybe 5 minute, just grounding meditation. And we're just going to go ahead and get that started. So, you're going to see the three of us with our eyes closed. So, you shouldn't see that. Your eyes should be closed as well. Feet flat on the floor. I personally like to put my hands in my lap with the palms up. That is a really good way for me to receive information. You do what works best for you as long as that whatever you're sitting or lying upon is supporting you. That's all that matters. And here we go. Deep breath in through the nose. Hold it and exhale like you're blowing out a candle. Nice and slow. One more time. Deep breath in through the nose, filling that diaphragm. Hold and exhale. And as you continue to breathe, stay focused on your breath. While you do that, feel your feet connect with the ground beneath you. Breathe that in. Feel your feet connect. Feel whatever furniture you are on. Support your body. Breathe. Feel your feet connect. Feel your bottom connect. Remembering to breathe. Right here, as you feel your bottom connect, notice that root chakra. We're going to go through these pretty quickly. So breathe. Notice that red root chakra. Feel it. Orange into sacral. Breathe it in. Yellow into solar. Green for love and that heart space. Breathe it in. That beautiful blue for the throat. Bringing it up into the third eye. Some people see indigos, some people see a little more violet. All the way into your crown chakra. And let that come through. Big inhale. On the exhale, force that crown chakra light all the way up, 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 all the way up, all the way. Keep going. Past all the planes, past all the lights, through the jelly like substance. Breathe and into the nothingness. Just breathe. Feeling your feet connect, feeling your bottom connect, feeling the energy of your chakras being open and in the nothing. Focus on your breath. One more really big deep breath in. Very good. And we're just going to come on down. Reverse. Come on down, down, down. Back to the top of your head. Bring your awareness inside the body, into your heart space. in that heart space. Just breathe for a moment. Taking your hands and flipping them over, or at least moving them so that you know you're coming back. Wiggling your toes for a moment. Deep breath in. And on the exhale, allow your eyes to slowly open and come on back. Mm, that was a good one.
It was. I felt
Mm-hmm.
all of our energies connecting together. That was beautiful.
That
Mm-hmm.
was a really good one. That was a quick but good one. Good. I'm glad you felt that. Thank you for letting me
Hmm.
know.
I felt it immediately.
Wow. All right. So let's do a little bit of check in now that we're in a better headspace. Ladies, how are we doing today?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. It's nice to just relax and chill and just take a deep breath, with winding down from a week and a half of being busy and doing
I
good.
know, girl, you were traveling.
Yeah, just allowing myself that space to relax, and have grace for myself to be able to say, yes, it's time. All the rest of the
Mm.
stuff can hold off. So very good for me.
Good for you. I'll applaud that. Yes. I think
Yay,
that
yeah.
is the biggest thing that we always forget. It's taking care of us.
Hmm.
Yeah. How you, Deanna? I know
I'm
work is
in the
driving
midst
you
of a lot
again.
of busy,
Mm-hmm.
a lot of work, a lot of side gigs going on. It's spooky season, so I'm out and about doing my thing. Um, but right now it feels good. That was a really good meditation to kind of bring things into alignment a little bit. So yeah.
Good. Good. I'm glad it
Mhm.
worked. You know me, girl. I just follow whatever happens.
Yep.
Good. So everything's going well.
Hmm.
Outside of, being a little busier than we prefer. That's always okay. I don't know. I feel the same. I feel like there's so many different things going on. I almost feel a little pulled into too many directions sometimes.
Well,
And
I have this habit of asking the universe, I'm bored, bring it on. And then I'm always kind of kicking myself, going, why did I say that? Why didn't I put parameters on that? Because things will always rev back up. And now I'm like, okay, universe, let's just kind of have a comfortable slide through spooky season and through holidays and so
just ease on into it. Instead of
right.
the up and the up and down, just have some ease and flow. Yeah.
Yep. And Kim, I like what you said when you said give yourself the grace to allow yourself the time to relax. That is so important and so many people miss that. They just think, I mean, I will gladly give myself time to relax. But a lot of people don't. They go, 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 and then they sit down and they feel guilty because they're not still going. And it's so important to remind ourselves, we have to give to ourselves the same as we give to everyone else because we can't pour from an empty cup. And we're sliding into also not just Halloween season, but then the holidays start showing up. And people need to really be on top of things and understand that you don't have to push yourself until you fall apart because you cannot do anything if you're falling apart. You need to take care of yourself as much as you take care of everybody else. And it's just what you said just was so that was great, just saying give yourself the grace. That's so profound because we don't. We just don't. We're
Yeah.
always busy.
I've been there. I've done that to myself and just
Hmm.
overextend myself. And just the energies just, it bothers me because I know I was in that space at one time. And then that's really what a lot of what that I'm working with internally is to make sure I give myself that grace to,
Hmm.
to make it, be more graceful. Like, how would you treat your daughter, your son, your friend, a woman on the street, just anybody? How would you treat them? So,
Right.
yeah, I'm really working on that and just trying to, with all these energies that are coming in, my team has been showing me it's like you need to be looking at things like a flower. You are rooted in the ground, but your stem is up here and you want the sun because you want those energies and the downloads to come in. but also the way the wind blows, you just go with the flow. And if, when it's time to come back, because I used to fight it so long, so much.
Oh
Well, you,
yeah. So I'm just gonna say my camera's going on and off,
I see
so
that.
I'm still here, but you guys might not see me all the time. You might see my cute pirate costume that I was wearing in my profile picture 6 years ago.
I was gonna say, at least you have a cute picture. I don't even have a cute
Yeah.
picture, so at least you have a cute
Yeah,
picture.
I know, but my hair's the wrong color. It's not purple there. I should update it, but I'm not sure what's going on, but I don't think my camera is going to keep working right now. It doesn't want to.
Well, you're back now, and that's all that matters.
Thank you. And let's hope it lasts. If not, like I said, it is what it is.
And we'll just keep on trucking.
Yeah,
Kim,
yeah.
I'm with you on the energies. And I think as we are talking about this, I think the operative word there for me is grace, because
Hmm.
I will give myself a little bit of space and I will give myself some time or some rest. But you know what I am guilty of not giving myself
Grace.
is grace.
Yeah.
I have to be I don't always do that one as well. There are moments that I do and I remember, but
You have a
ooh,
choice every day
sometimes.
because I had the choice. Like you guys, I was like, oh, I've got
Yeah.
this, I've got this, I've got this I got to do. And it's like, and so I tried to do those things and it's like, it's just not there. So give yourself grace and take a step back. And I'm like, okay, that's one of
Oh,
those moments of the rose and the flower that you showed me, my team. And okay, it's a grace day. So I
you know
took it. So
it's
I
you know
love
it's
that.
kind of interesting as I'm thinking about it. Deanna, we just had that conversation the other day though. We were talking about grace because we haven't put out an episode in a couple of weeks.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I guess in that regard, I kind of give us a little bit of
hmm
grace because we
Hmm.
had things going on. Everybody's got life, and sometimes it just doesn't happen. And so here we are. But yeah, so I don't know. So you were saying that you're kind of busy and you're not feeling the energies quite as much right now, huh, Deanna?
I'm not really being affected by the moons and the things. I've got the autumn energy going, but that's kind of like
Oh, because it's fall in
normal.
the
It's fall
yeah,
from, and that's like a really good
good
season.
time.
Love it. But I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like we just had the really big moon and I'm like, yep, it's the moon, but it's not doing the same pull. And I mean, that's another important thing to talk about really when we're in the metaphysical arts and we're in the spiritual world. Um, we're not always on. Our lights, sometimes you have to change your light bulb, right? And there's always like a downtime. There's always a little time that you have to say, okay, I just got to fix this. Like my camera on my computer completely malfunctioning. It needed to be fixed. Um, so yeah, so even though I'm using my metaphysical and my spiritual stuff a lot because spooky season, um, it's like I'm not feeling like the Mother Gaia turning or the wheel. I mean, I'll feel that soon. I know I will because I can feel it coming, but sometimes even as a spiritual person or as a metaphysical person, you have to sit back and you have to say, all right, I kind of need to be a muggle for a little while. I kind of need to
yeah.
just walk with both feet on the ground.
Hmm.
Because we still are muggles or whatever the right word is. I think that's a word I don't even know
Well,
where
we're
I
still
heard that.
human.
We're
We
still
are. We're
human.
still human.
Yes. Yes,
Hmm.
we're human and we still have to honor the human part of us, even as we're always honoring the spiritual part of us.
Ex
And I mean, there's a reason why our higher self is up here somewhere and we're right here because we do have that connection, but we have to remember to get this in. And that actually falls in the topic of grace also, because we have to give ourselves grace to understand that just because we're maybe taking a break from something that we do on the metaphysical and spiritual side, or maybe we're just just sitting down and just reading some really trashy fiction instead of like, you know, the Four Agreements or something. Just, but
Mm.
we have to give ourselves the grace to say, yeah, you're human. Indulge yourself in being in your humanity for a while because we're here to be human. We maintain that connection and we I think a lot of us kind of find it as we go, but we're still human. And so I'm
Hmm.
just really feeling human. um my connection
Groovy.
with spirit is still there. I mean, I'm doing the readings and I'm doing the healings and I'm doing all the things that I always do. And when I plug in, I'm plugged in. It's not like I'm just faking it. It's really there. But
Right, and it's not going anywhere.
right. But then I might come home and read some crappy book or watch some stupid show on Netflix because I'm gonna turn my brain off. And I'm gonna say I always have that connection. It's always there and I honor it. But right now I'm down here and both feet on the ground. So I think that's just what I'm in right now. And I think a lot of us get into that and then we start feeling that we're trapped. And that's when people start going, oh no, what am I gonna do? And maybe they'll start going, I better look at crystals. I better look at this. I better look at that. I better do a seance. I better do this. And then you totally lose focus.
Hmm.
Mhm.
When instead you just turn the focus inwards and
Yes.
you accept that I'm still a human and I have to do human things.
Hmm.
I mean, we all got to put our pants on one leg at a time.
Oh,
Very
you
true.
don't do them twice? You don't sit up
Um,
and put both feet in and then just stand up and, do the thing?
okay, well, no,
Just kidding.
but there's got to be a
I'm
different
joking. I'm
metaphor.
joking. I'm totally
Um,
joking.
I would be on my
Yes,
face in like 2 seconds.
we all walk. Yeah, we all put,
Yeah.
yes, and
I
we
mean,
all walk
I
one
could have
foot
been
at a
more
time.
crass and said other things we all do, but I decided to go with putting clothes on. Um, but yeah,
Well,
so I'm in a good state of grounded humanity right now while maintaining my connection to spirit. And I think that that's actually something to strive for, you
I think
know?
you're absolutely correct. I
Hmm.
agree.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And when a lot of stuff goes on and you're busy and there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with it.
Over here,
Mm-hmm.
Kim and I have been talking about how much we are feeling these energies. Um, I don't know. Kim, go ahead. You go first,
Ah.
girl. I know, right? It's
Yeah,
like,
they just
Surprise!
but where do
they
I
just
be?
come in all the time, you know?
That's what I
Sometimes
was
they're
gonna
just
say
like
is where do you begin?
sometimes it just hits you, just like, for me, it just in the last, oh, I don't know, month and a half or so, it'll come and go. You'll start getting like some of your gifts, like you're seeing all your timelines or you're seeing different things. And all of a sudden you're like, where did that come from? How did I get that so fast? And then next thing you know, you're back over here. I really find myself sometimes like you, Dan. I'm like, I just want to do 3D stuff for a while because
Yeah.
you get so
Like clean a
focused.
closet.
Yeah. So
Well,
sometimes I
let's
just
not
want
go
to,
into housework. That's pushing it too far.
yes, it is. Yes, it
Well,
is.
sometimes cleaning out a closet is a
Yeah.
really good
That's what I did today.
It's
mind
therapeutic.
away. Thank you.
Mhm.
Therapeutic and very mind away.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay,
Yeah.
as long
And
as
it's
you
still
don't
in a
say like
meditative.
vacuuming. Yeah.
Like I'm really feeling going back into doing my crocheting. I haven't done it for, gosh, almost a year probably. And it used to be my go-to for my relaxing, and I can think and meditate and do that. So I'm being called to go back to doing that. I'm like, okay, so I'm going through all that today, actually. It feels
S-
very strange because I feel like I'm a totally different person than I was a year ago when I did that. And so maybe there's a reflection there for me too.
That makes a lot of sense because when we go through these big changes, we did come out of the Lionsgate portal not too long ago.
Hmm.
And the Pisces full
Which
moon,
was a long one.
yeah,
Yes.
and last month's full moon got me good. I mean, I went to a full moon ceremony and I was like, whoa, out in the ether for a while there. But what you said is interesting because I do kind of cross stitch and I've been doing it compulsively is too strong a word, but it's not that strong. And literally before we came on to do this today, I was searching and buying cross stitch patterns.
I'll be
So,
darned.
yeah. So
Well,
when you mention crochet, it's the same thing because you're doing the same thing and you're counting, but I think the
Hmm.
counting keeps you mindful and allows the other part of your mind to go off and do what
Yes.
it needs to do.
But still feel
So,
relaxing to you,
oh my
still
God,
feel
yes.
relaxing.
Right, right.
well, and I was going to say, Kim, I don't know about you. However, I haven't knitted instead of crochet, I knit, and I haven't knitted in a while. However, I find that I really have a tendency to do that more during the cooler months
Hmm.
because,
Hmm.
us being in the South down here, if we're trying to crochet or knit a blanket, it gets a little warm.
Uh-huh. It's
And
still in
in
the
the
90s
sum
here.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Oh,
So in the summertime, it gets a little warm to be crocheting or knitting. But I don't know, maybe that's part of it. I kind of cycle like that. I'm like, I don't, well, and I also spend more time inside.
yeah. I sell more in the
Hmm.
winter because it's just
Yeah,
kind
you
of we're
spend.
turning in. We're turning into our inside and we're wrapping up in nice warm blankets and
Have you ever cross stitched or crocheted intention into something? Have you guys tried that yet? Yeah?
hmm
How do you like it?
when I make gifts for people, I will just
Yes.
Yeah.
be putting love into every
Yes.
stitch. Hmm
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I did one and a long time ago, even before I knew all the things that I know now, right? Um I did one where I crocheted a lot of love into it or crocheted, I mean I knitted a lot of love into it and then I also apparently brought in some some angel and I don't know because this was a long time ago like I said before I got all the way here where I am today. And I just remember them telling me that every time it was kind of like a shawl, like a small triangular shawl, but kind of like a blanket. It
hmm
wasn't it
Hmm.
wasn't super, think of more trapezoid than a real shawl or a real like blanket. It was kind of like a trapezoid so that you could do different things with it because it could just be a lap or a shawl. Anyway, I digress. And they said that every single time they had that with them, they felt angel wings and comforted.
Oh, good.
And I was like, "What? You talking about Willis?" But it was really cool, and I was so grateful for that.
You know, I can
That
share
was
from
really
the
neat.
other side of that because my former mother-in-law and her church ladies all got together and worked together to make me a prayer shawl when I was going through
Yeah.
breast cancer.
Oh,
And
yeah. Those are big.
yeah, and I still have it and I can still feel just the
The
energy in
love.
it. So, from the other side of making it, I can say, yeah, you
It
do feel it.
works.
It was
It
just
does.
it's
And th-
beautiful.
and
Yeah.
that's priceless, compared to going to buy something, getting that gift from somebody is priceless because they
hmm
put that love and intention and
Mm, mm,
into those things.
Yeah,
mm.
almost definitely.
Well, speaking of all these energies, Kim, I don't know, man. I don't know if I'm coming or going some days. I'm trying to figure it all out, man. Um, what I do find really interesting is has any with these energies, have you started putting together any of this stuff in connection with the three eye atlas?
Um, I feel for me personally, now
Mm-hmm.
I've listened to a lot and I take that in discernment. If it feels resonates with me, I do. But for me, I feel the pull of their energy coming to us because they're going to be bringing us some beautiful frequencies and energies going into the end of this year and to the beginning of the year. I just you hear people that are worried about it, this and that. I'm just calm as can be. I'm prepared. So that tells me I'm very connected with that, and they're just going to be bring a bunch of beautiful energies. And then there's another one, not the three eye atlas, swan maybe I think it's called. The swan is on the same trajectory. Like the three eye atlas is coming this way, and the swan this way. They're supposed to be behind the sun and pick up the energies to bring to us. I don't know, if they're going
I
to.
haven't heard of this.
You
Deanna,
hadn't heard that?
you
We
haven't
need
heard
to we
much
need to
about, yeah,
stop and we need to
yeah.
somebody to explain what we're talking about,
Mm.
please.
Okay,
Yes,
so
that's
Kim,
true.
you're up for the swan because I don't know about that one. And I will talk about, so that's kind of what we mentioned. So here we go. Deanna and all of you guys out there, if you don't know what Three Eye Atlas is, um, they're calling it a comet, for lack of a better word. They're calling it a comet. So, and the reason they're calling it that is because it's full of gas. It's full of all the things that are comet-like. The gases, the energy, what else is in there? Some certain water, certain molecules. That's the word I'm looking for. Gases, molecules, and all that stuff are in there, right? Well, the difference with this according to what I'm hearing. And a lot of my information is coming from, Kim, help me say this last name, Kelly Kolensky,
Kolodny.
Kolodny. Thank you. Goodness
Hmm.
gracious. Kelly Kolodny. Thank you, Kim. Kelly Kolodny, who channels Archangel Raphael, right? So
Yes,
because she channels Archangel Raphael, I happened to listen to the podcast where while she was channeling Archangel Raphael, Raphael ended up turning around and channeling Three Eye
yes.
Atlas.
Hmm.
So that's real interesting. So here's what the scientists are saying. So let's back up just a little bit, okay? So, number one, all the scientists are saying it's kind of like a comet. It is a comet. It's sort of kind of like a comet. Um, but it's not acting like a comet and it doesn't have all of the exact same presence, being the gases and the molecules of what a normal comet does. So a normal comet will just go from here to there. It just goes in that straight line. Well, this one's not exactly doing that. This one is, I don't even know where it came from, but it came from somewhere. It's going to be behind the moon, and then it's supposed to go all the way. I think it pit stopped at Mars, but now it's going to bypass and go all the way to Jupiter or Venus. I forget which. Excuse me, pardon me. And then it's going to start making its way back. Is
So
kind of,
Yeah, I've heard that they're supposed to be behind the sun,
it's
but
supposed to kind of do this dance. There's a beautiful dance within our solar system. And so it's not just going to go linear and straight across. It's going to kind of go across. It's going to pause over here. It's going to go over here, pause for a little bit, and then it's going to start coming back. And I don't know.
you
That's
know,
just,
yeah, and so the scientists have brought that up, and then all of a sudden it changed colors from like the white
oh,
gold
yeah,
color to
thank
the
you.
blue color, and then there was a 19-minute gap from where they seen it, and then it went through like a wormhole is what they're saying. 19 minutes, and they were like 221 light years away from the position in 19 minutes. They had no contact whatsoever with it. So it's showing different things to the scientists like, hey, we're not just a comet. So
you
very
know, it's
interesting.
when I work with Unity Field Healing and I work with the Syrian energies from the Syrian galaxy, they travel on the blue-white ray. So that's really interesting
Yes.
So
because,
this one
yeah,
is supposedly, I'm not sure. I don't know if it's Syrian or not. I don't know that it's said where it's from. All I know is that it's been preparing its entire life for this journey and it's
Yeah.
finally here and it's excited.
And it's
And what
supposed to
wow.
bring
it's
us some
doing,
waters too, right? I think they
so
said some waters.
from what I understand, is doing that celestial dance inside of our system, inside of our solar system. And what Kim's talking about with the water is just like our bodies stores all this information, we know how much water stores everything, right? So because all the water has all this memory and everything stored in it, what it's going to kind of stir up and bring to the surface because it's emergence time is all of the memory from all of that water from deep, 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 all the way down into Mother Gaia. All the way down. It's going to bring that up. And here's what I thought. This is me. Here's something that I kind of thought about as I was hearing that, right? I went, well, isn't that interesting? As we're sitting here, I do happen to believe in global warming and climate change. And there, I mean, you cannot mistake the fact that glaciers are dropping into the ocean and they're melting at a rapid rate. I don't know how you can, we're not going to go there, but that is, I do believe that. I've seen it. It's happening. All the things. And I was like, huh, I'm wondering how those two are connected.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not sure on that, where how they're connected. Part of that
You're
I
going to
think,
tell me that all those glaciers don't have all that memory in there too?
but no, they do have the memory,
Oh,
but I
From
think
the
it's also
ice
the
age?
axis.
From the
Uh-huh.
ice age, all
Well, they're
that
finding
memory?
things underneath those glaciers. Everything is supposed to be, we're supposed to start being able to see a lot more things that have been hidden. So there is a
Right,
purpose
because
in
well, the
that.
truth is coming to light. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
So I just went, I wonder how that's connected and what that I'm just wondering how, if and how that's connected. That's me. I'm wondering if and how. But I know that there's a lot of memory in all those glaciers because those things have been here since the Ice Age or before, right? So what are we going to learn from that, and how is that relevant? But what they were mostly when Archangel Raphael tapped in and channeled with Three Eye Atlas, what Raphael said was that it's mostly going to be bringing all of that up from the earth into. So, in my head, what I heard, correct me, I don't know what you heard, Kim, but I kind of heard earthquakes and hurricanes happening a little bit to kind of bring some of that up and flush it all away so that we have a new, if that makes sense.
So do you
I
Hmm.
don't
mean
know if
bring up
that's
do you mean bring up the stuff that's being released from the glaciers and getting rid of it, so losing the memory?
just
Or bring it
memories.
up and bring it through?
That's yes, that's been
Bring it up
hidden.
and bring it through. Exactly. Yeah, no, not from the glaciers. That's my own personal opinion. I'm just
Mm-hmm.
my question is how are those connected? That's my question. I'm thinking there's got to be some sort of little connection there maybe. I'm thinking there probably is. Um so that aside over here. But yeah, I think with that comet doing its little celestial dance in and out of the solar systems around the planets as it's doing its little celestial dance, and it's starting to bring up and create a little bit of turmoil within the water so that way it all has to come up for all of the
Hmm.
information and the knowledge
Yeah.
for the truth to be set free.
So this is how the ascension is going then. This is
Hmm.
another step in it. Do
Yeah.
they know where this origin is it in our galaxy or is it from a whole different galaxy? Do they
A
know?
whole different one, but which
Th-
one I don't remember which one it is.
How
But you can do
cool.
your look, you looking
They
and seeing your
don't
history.
know
Oh, I'll
if
be
they.
Googling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Get to researching because it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And it's really interesting. From what I've heard, I haven't heard where it's from, Kim. Have you? I just remember hearing that it was from a light years away, beyond what we can fathom.
Hmm.
Like our human mind cannot fathom how far away that is,
Right.
Wow.
Yeah.
and how and it's been making its way this way, and it's taken this long to get here. It's been on this journey for a very long time.
And it's supposed to do that every 25,000 years as it does its journey, just like with everything else.
Oh, I
And
missed that. I didn't hear that.
yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
I
that's
mean, I
that
guess
makes
I've listened to not
sense.
just her. I've listened to Alexander Quinn, and I know a
Every
couple other ones.
25,000?
Yeah. Huh?
Aren't we
Yep.
just at the end of like a 36,000 year? Is it 36?
I thought it was the 25,000 one, but who knows? I
But I
mean,
mean, either way, we're at the end of something or
yeah.
coming into it because it's like Bashar is saying in 2027, we're finally going to have the first contact. And then I think Lee Carroll and Crayon are talking about some of that too, although I'm not 100% sure the time frames, but just that we're coming to the end of this really long cycle.
Uh
And
huh.
that's kind of what's pushing the ascension in.
Well, that's what I was going to
Wow.
say. Bashar is the only one I've heard of mention an actual date. Everybody else is talking about it exactly what you're saying. They're just not giving specific dates and stuff like that. So, yes, in my opinion, I am like him. I am breathing and flowing with this, and I am all in, and I think it's super cool. And the moment that I heard, because I was on Kelly's, or I listened to Kelly and listened to that episode where she channel or where Archangel Raphael, who she channeled the Three Eye Atlas. I came out of that doing my little happy dance, like, what?
Mm-hmm.
What? 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 Bring it on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I'm all in. Like, it just had me lit up with excitement. I don't know where other people's fear is coming from. I have no idea. However, I also don't live in their world and I think
Or
differently.
their reality.
Right.
Right. And so to me, all of this is exciting and fun. And I'm like out here, bring it on, beam me up, Scotty, let's go. His
Mm-hmm.
name's probably not Scotty, but
You
on
never
this,
know.
he could do that just to be funny.
Just don't wear a red shirt.
I've
Okay.
got red on. Thank
I
you.
was gonna say I'll
But
stick with my blue.
you know the reference, right?
No.
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 Oh, in Star Trek, all the people that went out in red shirts were always the ones that got killed in the episodes.
Oh
So
my
you
God,
don't wear a
you're going to
red
think this
shirt.
is crazy. I am listening to a podcast. It's
What?
called Red Shirts, and they were just talking about that. Just talking
Yes.
about that. About the
Synchronicity.
Intrepid and all this kind of stuff. It's just like,
Really?
what?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Yeah. So that is really, really exciting. Like I'm excited for whatever's coming because I'm here for it, literally. And we're all here for it, or we wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Just in different roles. Some of us are here to help, some of us are here to observe, some of us are here to learn, and some of us are here to kind of guide, I think, and probably other roles too. And I don't know where I stand in all that, but I'm standing for whatever it is. And
I feel like it's a little bit of all of them.
Hmm.
I feel like
probably,
I'm here for
probably.
me personally.
Yeah.
I think I'm here for a little bit of all of it. I had my chaos time. I
Yeah.
had my, I'm sure some people would probably say I was a little insufferable at points in my life. So, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, and now I'm like you, Deanna. I'm just like, bring it on,
Bring
whatever it
it.
is. Let's
Yeah.
go.
Oh yeah. I mean, my role is definitely that of a healer and probably some teaching or something. I don't know, but the whole point is just put me where I'm needed and I'll do what I need to do. Plain and simple. I mean,
Mhm.
that's been my credo since I first started healing 20 something years ago was put me where I'm needed. That's what
Mhm.
I'll do. Just,
Mhm.
guide me. But how exciting to think that
Yes.
there's something going on. I love it when they can't explain stuff because it opens things up to that melding between science and I don't know, metaphysical. I don't know if that's the right word, but
Spirituality.
yeah,
Mhm.
spirituality and just
Oh,
even if it's
spiritualness.
Just even
yeah,
the
I mean,
faith. Yeah. Just the faith.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there.
right, right. So, Kim, did you say swan something?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
there's
go.
not nobody's talking very much about it, so I know very, very little. I just know it's like it's like this. The Three-Eye Atlas is like a big mothership where this one is just a very tiny one, but there's something that they were supposed to bring together to make things exponentially faster coming in. That's all I really know about it because they're not talking so much on that one as they are the Three-Eye Atlas because it's so big.
So it's the turbo
Wow.
boost.
Yeah, it could be something like that. So that's all I know about that
Ah.
one. And you guys were
How
talking about the
exciting.
dates. I'm listening to I listen to the Next Level Soul as
Mm-hmm.
well. So he
Oh, yeah.
channels a lot of different people, bring people in, and they're all talking about to 2027. But between
Mhm.
2027 and 2037 is going to be even
Yep.
massive. So we're going to be totally different beings themselves.
That's what I keep hearing is like,
Yeah.
holy moly, like
At that
if
point, we're
we
supposed to be
think
self-healed and all those things. And so it's like I'm so looking forward to it. I'm glad I'm here at this time, at this
Now
age.
we all have to take our vitamins, get good sleep, get
Yes.
lots of exercise because we want to be here in 10
Yes, for
years.
that. Yes,
Yes.
oh, I'm
for
so
that.
gonna but yes, do what you got to do. Yeah, I'm here for it, girl.
Mhm.
Um I I don't know, Kim, have you heard kind of the same thing that I have? I don't know, correct me. I want to make sure that I'm hearing this correctly. In my head, the story I'm telling myself from the things that I've heard is that for as fast as we've thought that it's been going over the past 10 years, because time has gone really fast over the past 10 years. I mean, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, that was really 10 years ago. It feels like, okay, it's supposed to be like quadruple that fast, 27 to 37. Like,
Mhm. Yeah.
this is almost like double time. It's supposed to be even
But
fast, fast,
however,
faster.
yeah, but we're going faster than they thought. So once you pick up speed, then you go faster and faster, 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 faster. So some of the things may happen before then, but at this timeline right now, that's what they're predicting. But just like how so many people are becoming aware, that's
Forget
growing so
about
much quicker.
that.
So when you pick
They
up speed with something, things just pick up, go faster and faster. So
and then it
those
keeps
timeline
spinning.
change so
Where does it
frequently.
s- where does it stop if it keeps spinning so fast? When does it?
It doesn't,
Uh,
does it?
I
Yeah.
wouldn't think so, but I guess that's something to ask our higher selves or ask Archangel Raphael. By the way, if anybody can get on to her channel, Kelly Colado.
Yes.
And actually on a
We're gonna
Wednesday,
post a link.
yeah,
Yeah.
she comes up on Wednesdays, and you are more than welcome. It's free for everybody. They can go in and ask a question. They try to rotate and not have the same people ask the same questions. Newbies that come on, they just
Yeah, if
they
you're a
want it.
newbie, they really want you.
Yeah,
Hmm.
they want it not to be personal ask question. They want it more
Yeah.
of like for something across the board for everybody. So it'd be a good way to get some answers as well. But we all probably could channel Archangel, Raphael in our own way. So there's
Mhm.
that too as well. But it's also nice to, even though you can tap into those things and get answers, also nice to hear it from somebody else's voice to hear that as well. So
Mhm.
Right.
and
Yeah.
their
Plus,
words
yeah.
because they have a different vocabulary than what you do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Right. And sometimes it's hard to remember if you're the one channeling, at least for me. I
Hmm.
won't remember what I said for more than 5 minutes tops. And so it's good. But yes, we definitely, I'll be there. I'll check it out. Um,
Mhm. Yeah,
it sounds fascinating and
yeah.
exciting and um yeah, I'm psyched. I mean, once I got to the point in my development where I could say, "Oh, okay, now I understand there's more than just us in a way bigger way." Like at first you're a kid and you're like, "Well, sure, we die and we go to heaven and depending on how you're brought up to think that, what heaven, nirvana, whatever, Valhalla, I like that one. Um
I love Valhalla.
we're taught that we just go somewhere and then we're just there happy and for me I always saw it as like this level right above where we were, and then sometimes I was told that there's roads made out of gold with mansions that everybody lives in, literally. And then sometimes I was told it's just fields and flowers. And then I started reading about, near-death experiences and got all kinds of things. And you have to take the time to really put that together in your head if you're willing to, and if you want to, um, put those things that you learn about that together. And then something happens. I'm definitely only 21, but something happens in your midlife somewhere, and it's like a switch, and you're
Mhm.
like, I see it now. I understand. And not all of us get there, but if we work on it, we do. And once I could put together that it's not just this level and this level with all kinds of weird experiences up here, and then that level down there that we're not even going to talk about because that's terrifying. It was terrifying. It's not terrifying now, but and when your mind opens up to the absolute immensity, like I remember being a little girl and my dad and I were always talking about science things and animals and space, and we watched Nova all the time and just all that cool stuff. I mean, that's why I'm somewhat eclectic. And I remember him talking to me about how big the universe is, and not even just the galaxy, and how many things are out there, and how far away a light year really is. Because I mean, we watched Star Trek growing up every Friday or Saturday when it was on. We always watched it, and but to be able to actually comprehend that in a more put together way as an adult, and so
You
many of
don't get
us.
that till your 30s.
At least, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, then I'm only 30. Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
no.
you don't get that until you're, yeah, somewhere
Yeah,
around the, and I like to say about mid 30s for most people. Some people come into it a little younger, about 30, but most a little about mid 30s
yeah.
is
I
when you
was a
start.
late bloomer then because I was more in my 40s, I think, when I started feeling the power, the personal power, and being able to really use it that way to expand my mind into the realities that just I hadn't been able to fully perceive, right? And now with all this happening, and Kim, like you said, with so many people coming, more people are coming into, more people are searching, more people are looking for that spiritual whatever, and moving into this, raising all that energy expands the awareness that we all have, so we can be open to talk about things like this. You couldn't have told me even 5 years ago I would be sitting up here on a podcast talking about what basically equates to aliens coming, right? And
Hmm.
yet, when you get to that point in your development, and I hope that the people that are listening are open to this thought that if you are open to the absolute truth of we don't know anything and we know everything and everything is so much bigger than we've even been able to imagine, and just go with that and let yourself float in that space and realize there's so much more. It's just amazing. And now that we're seeing scientific proof of something, that we're then getting spiritual messages as to what it is. And the scientists, from what I'm gathering, what you're saying, don't really know what it is.
There is one particular, uh, I might be misquoting, but I think he's an astrophysicist. I think he is. Don't quote me on that, but I think he might be an astrophysicist who, and I could Google his name, but I'm not going to right now. Who stated that even he's like, no, he's the one Lone Ranger out there who's talking
Hmm.
about this stuff. We need to pay different attention. We need to pay attention differently. And
Well, we
he's
see
he's
that.
pretty loud about it. He's not meek at all. He's out there saying we need to pay attention differently. But, a lot of people aren't ready to hear that.
No, and that's the thing, is that people have to go at their own pace. They have to
Hmm.
go at their own
Yeah.
level, and not everybody is here. Like I said, some people are just here to watch,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and maybe it's just not the time in their life cycles to to be more involved or to even believe in it, and that's totally
That's
fine.
okay. Yeah.
But let's make sure we link to him, and let's put his name in our, or we'll have
I
his
will.
name in our show notes.
I'm gonna put
Um,
a bunch of links in this one.
yeah,
Actually, yes, everybody, I will put all the links that we are talking about in the notes below. Yes, as
yes,
Deanna likes
yes,
to call it, our show notes.
yes. I love to call
yeah,
it that.
I've
It
heard that
feels,
there's going to be this is the first of many that's going to be happening for us. So,
I believe
I'm
that.
telling you, I think this is the beginning of the
mhm.
beginning. That's what
Yeah.
I believe in my heart of hearts. Like everything that I don't know, everything that I hear, everything that I feel, the information that comes through, the info that comes through from spirit, that comes through from other spiritual people, from non-spiritual people. If you kind of listen to what they say when they're non-spiritual, you can see the quizzical looks on certain scientists' face.
That's good. That means the gears are
Ah,
turning.
I
Yeah.
need to check in with what's her name, Deanna. You know I love her so much. Why do I have such an issue with names sometimes? Uh,
I
what's
need a
her name?
clue about her.
Blossom.
Oh, Mayim Bialik. I was thinking about her too. She's been doing
Maya Bialik.
a
I
lot of
wonder what she would have to
spiritual
say
stuff.
about this because she is a scientist as well, and plus she's kind of getting spiritual. She's kind of like, what's going on out there? I think I might not know everything. And so I wonder what she has to say. I'm gonna have to look into that. I
It's
have
another
not had a
podcast worth
chance.
listening to. Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance. I've been on all the other stuff, so I haven't had a
Yeah.
chance to listen to or see what she's saying or hear what she's saying yet. Have you, Kim?
Mm-mm. I don't know who
Mm.
that is. I'm not sure.
Oh, she played Blossom and she played Amy Farrah Fowler on
On Big
Big
Bang
Bang
Theory?
Theory.
Oh,
But
okay.
she's
Okay.
also like a very renowned is she a neurobiologist, I think, or a neuroscientist? She's something really cool.
I
Um,
think she's a neurobiologist, I think.
yeah,
Because
and
isn't that what she played on Big Bang? And she actually is, I think.
I think so. But she started her podcast and it was more like interviewing people. And
It's real
it's
sciency.
it's really kind of moved towards more spiritual. There, I know she's explored NDEs. I don't remember some of the other stuff, but she's been really moving more into a science meets the spirituality kind of a mode. And that's just the kind of thing we're talking about, is that when we
She's
can get them together.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's the one who had Lee Harris on.
Yes.
Hmm.
And it was a big deal when she had Lee Harris on because that was very outside her norm.
Mm-hmm.
And it was
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need to
super cool. Super
send
and
me the
Deepak,
link.
you've
Yeah.
ever yeah,
Yeah.
well, I'll link it in
It'll
here.
be there.
And if you yes, I'll link anyway, and I'll send you the one to Lee Harris because he talks nonstop. He doesn't even channel on her podcast. It's just a conversation. She's had
Nice.
Deepak on there.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, she's really, who of course is a medical doctor and spiritual at the same time. I mean, it's just, yeah, we're slowly but surely getting there.
Well, that's, the unity field healing, which I'm always going to promote because I think everybody needs it, um, was channeled in by Dr. John Ryan, who is a professor. He's a medical doctor and he's a professor that teaches radiology. I think, John, if you're listening, I'm sorry if I got it wrong. But I had to go to him and literally tell him, I went to him for training and I said, you have to tell me in some kind of a way that I can make sense in my scientific mind how we can have more DNA because it's all about that DNA. And everybody's talking
Hmm.
about it. And I'm sitting there going, I can't, I've learned all this biology and physiology, but I don't know where there could be on, yeah, I'm doing the helix spiral here. I don't know where it could be. And then it's like, oh, it's a spiritual DNA. I'm like, okay, that I can do. That makes perfect sense. And then it's like, okay, and there it was for me, was the melding of the scientific and the spiritual. It was like, okay, that was like the last piece or the lock clicking in the tumbler or whatever you say. And it's just getting to those moments because everything does reconcile. It's just having the open mind to allow it to happen, right? Because
Hmm.
you'll get like doctors and scientists who will say, oh, well, that can't be because I can't see it, therefore I can't prove it. Correct. You can't see it and you can't prove it. And that's where your spirituality comes in, or your metaphysical, or whatever you want to call it, is, but even though I can't see it, even though I can't feel it or test it, I know it's there because you've got 8 million people all over the world, and that's a bit of an exaggeration, but you've got people all over the world saying the same thing. Just like we have the monuments in all different places in the world that are all similar, right?
Hmm. Yep.
Same concept. You don't know why, you don't know how, you can't figure it out, but you know it's there.
Hmm.
So I love the melding of science and spirituality. I just think it's so important for us to move forward with that.
Very much so. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
And
And
just
even,
and
yeah.
just for everybody out there too, when that's just learning this stuff, make sure you give yourself grace to
Yes.
accept, there's always more than one answer to something. You may, if you have a faith of something, you may try to look at it from a different perspective. Just because it's another way doesn't mean one is wrong and one is right. They could be all right. So just keep that in mind when you're out there searching and find what resonates with you, what on your growth and your journey on for this path
That's a
of learning.
very good point because a lot of people will get scattered or, I should do like I said before, I should do crystals, I should do pendulums, I should do Ouija board, I should do tarot cards. And honestly, all you need to do is listen to yourself and your inner voice that says which
Yes.
way
But isn't that where it begins?
for some people.
For some? I mean, because I remember doing a Ouija board. I remember getting into crystals and being like, oh, wow, I really like this
Hmm.
rock,
No,
you know?
yeah, I did that. I
And then
mean,
it just
yeah.
kind of, so you go with it
Hmm.
and you allow yourself to go with it.
But that's what I mean about
That's
letting
what I
yourself
didn't.
direct, because otherwise it's like I'll pick up a quartz crystal here, but I'm going to grab a pendulum here. And you come home and you've got a pile of
Yeah.
things, and then you don't even know where to start because they're all giving you different energy. So
Yes.
Hmm.
you just listen to the voice. And I did the same thing. I started doing, oh my God, photo readings on the old Delphi forums. That's dating myself a lot. And I did photo readings and oracle card readings there. And then I went from there into Reiki. And then I went from there into astrology big, which I don't know anything about it, but I tried. And then I went into Wicca and then it was crystals. And then all of a sudden I'm like, but everything's really the same thing. It's just
Yeah,
how you're
just a different
connected.
way of getting to that
Yes,
point. Yes.
right.
Hmm.
You
So,
know,
yeah.
when the book The Secret came out
Mm-hmm.
and then the movie came out, I don't know, did they come out at the same time? I don't remember, but I remember reading the book and then I finally saw the movie and I went, what's the difference between this and pagan? Pagan?
Nothing.
I had been Wiccan pagan, you know. I started off as Wiccan, got a little deeper, went more pagan, you know, and then got into the secret and was like, the only difference is you guys aren't using candles and crystals yet.
Well, that's like what Kim said, that
But
there's everything can be right at the same time. It's just how do you want to celebrate it? How do you want to do it? Like I like
Mhm.
to do tarot card readings. I don't really need the cards anymore to do the readings, but
Hmm.
people like it. People like to see the cards. People want to talk
Yeah.
about it. I'm like, okay, that's cool.
Well, and it helps to kind of give somebody a direction because sometimes, I don't know about you, but sometimes I'm like, just pull a card to give me a direction because you've got so much going on, baby. I need a point of reference
Sure.
because I'm seeing like
Hmm.
10 different things right now. So
Hmm. Or,
pick a card.
look at all the different healing modalities that are out there, but we're all doing the same thing. We're all going
Yeah.
like this, and energy is
Mhm.
coming.
Yes.
Um,
Yes. Well, some
and
of us do this.
well,
We're
and
now learning,
sometimes
you know,
we do points, but the point is that
it's
the
all the same.
source is the same. The method is
Yeah.
different, and they are
Hmm.
geared for different things. We've got like you get
And
Reiki,
it's
Unity
all
Field, and I
here for
Chi.
love.
Yes,
What do they all
absolutely.
preach? The big umbrella is it's all about the love and it's love and above, and that's it.
And
Mm-hmm.
then going within too, bringing that love back within yourself, which is then allowing you to look in that mirror of yourself, of what you truly are.
Mm-hmm.
Because we always want to go out to the world, go out in the astro and see all these things. Been there, done that, still do it. But that always turns back down into yourself to look back into you because you are a universe in itself.
Exactly. I
I
love that.
love that that was perfectly done. Guys, do you want to I have nothing more to say. Kim, that freaking nailed it, girl.
Hmm.
Perfection. Do you guys want a meditation out?
Sure.
I'm feeling really
Yeah,
meditative today, guys. You
go
want a
for it.
meditation
Yes.
out? All right.
Sure.
Because guys, I think that's where we need to end. I think how Kim finished that, Deanna started it. I had a little bit of the middle to add, and then Kim just nailed it. I got nothing.
But we all had something in there, and you're doing the
Yeah.
meditations, and that's bringing the
Well, I
energy.
meant like I have nothing more to add. I have nothing more to
Add
say
to
to
this,
that
huh?
because yeah,
At least for today, right?
Yeah, we'll come up with more.
Oh, yeah.
well, because what I really wanted to say was the more that you go within, the more you see that it's all the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
We were
Oh, I could
just
go
talking
way deep
about
into
the
those
other
subjects.
day about how the
Yeah.
cells are the exact same as the
Yes,
universe,
it
and
is.
Mhm.
how why are we not talking more about that?
Well, let's talk
How
about that
when you
sometime.
look under a cell, it looks
Uh-huh.
just like the freaking universe, like,
Yep.
but I
Oh my
didn't,
gosh, do you remember the movie
and I
Animal
stopped.
House? In the movie Animal House, they were talking about how, I think it was Animal House, that you could be like this whole universe, this whole thing that we are, could be like a fleck of dust under God's fingernail.
Hmm.
You don't know. I think it was Animal House. I could be totally wrong on that reference. Guys, don't get at me if I'm
You
wrong.
know I'm not a movie person, so I got
I don't
like
I,
remember that
5
one either.
movies I know. I
it's from
really
the 70s,
I
No, I
maybe.
seriously
remember the
have like
movie, but I don't remember that
Yeah.
part. Is
I
like,
feel like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could have picked it up from somewhere else for all I know, but the point is,
yeah,
we're
that's
all
true.
we're one microcosm inside a bigger microcosm, inside a macrocosm, inside a bigger
yep.
macrocosm. But it all
Uh,
is in here.
what do you call them? The
Yeah,
nesting
like the
dolls?
porcelain nesting dolls.
Mhm, mhm.
Except they don't stop in
No.
either direction. They get bigger until you can't, they keep going and they get smaller and keep going.
So figure out where you are
Yeah.
in
And
your own little
you're actually
nest,
everywhere. You're in all of
on
them.
your own
Yep.
little nest.
Hmm.
Yep. 100%.
Guys,
Yep.
this has been amazing.
Yes.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Deanna, do you want to say your goodbyes and we'll just sign off after the meditation? Because you're so good at that.
All right, everybody out there in
Comment.
listening to podcasts or watching podcasts, like, share, comment. We love it. We listen, we watch, we read, and we answer. So if you write something, one of us is gonna see it. Promise. Um, And if you have something that you would like to share on here, you do something cool metaphysically, you do something cool spiritually, you just got a message that you need to get out, hit us up. We love bringing people on if you have not noticed that. And we would love to give you a platform to talk about whatever the cool stuff is that you do. So, yeah, reach out to us. But like, share, tell us what you like, tell us what you don't like, nicely, please, so that we can make this better for you. And Ronnie has just got one more thing to say.
I just remembered, guys, please, please, please subscribe also
Yes.
Yes.
because there are some guests. I just learned this. I was talking to Deanna about it the other day. I've reached out to some bigger name guests who we really want to have on here. And we now have number goals. So until we hit these specific numbers, we cannot bring these name people on for you. Speaking of Kelly Kolodny, she's one of them we would like to have on here. And then we just talked about Lee Harris. He happens to be another one. Anyway, excuse me, all of this to say, please, please, please like and subscribe because we are trying to get in 2 months, guys. It's going to be 1 year that we've been here, and I'm so excited about that. It's been a crazy, fun ride. But I'm really trying to see if we can get to just 200 in 2 more months. So we are just under 100 subscribers now, as it is. Just under 100. So over the next 2 months, my goal is to get us to 200 if we possibly can. And then from there, we can get to bigger numbers to get those bigger names on here. So we would really like to do that. So this is actually my please. This is my please. Like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Thank
Yes,
you, Deanna.
please. Please. No, thank you. I'm glad you brought that up. Um,
Hmm.
so before we go into Ronnie's meditation to bring us out, as always, be blessed, be blissed, know that you're loved. So Ronnie, take it away.
Alrighty. Find that beautiful, perfect sit again where your feet can connect and breathe it in. Breathe it out. Let your feet fully connect with the ground. Let your bottom connect to whatever you're sitting on and just breathe. Inhale and exhale. And as we breathe, we're going to bring all of our awareness right into our center heart chakra, right into our center where our soul and heart are. And let's breathe right into that space for a moment. Inhale and exhale. And in your mind's eye, I'm going to ask you to put a picture of the beautiful Mother Gaia in your mind's eye. And as you see her in all of her glory, whatever she looks like to you, breathe, feel your feet connect with her soil. Feel your feet connect with her soil as you're breathing and seeing her in your mind's eye. Now, let's wrap her in love. So at this time, I'm going to ask you to breathe in really oddly. I'm going to ask you to breathe in through your feet. Bring it all the way up into your heart space. Fill it with love all the way to your top of your head and out through your mouth. Breathe it into that mind's eye picture of the beautiful Mother Gaia in front of you. One more time, we're going to breathe in through our feet into our heart space. Fill it with love to the top of our head and out of our mouth. Breathe it into Mother Gaia. Just be there. And again, breathe it in from your feet to your heart to the top of your head. And as you exhale and breathe all of that love into Mother Gaia, Maybe blow her a kiss and a wink. And all the way back to black. Feel the love inside your heart chakra. Feel all the love inside of your chest area. Breathe that in and don't forget to give it to yourself. Feel it. Breathe it in. Exhale it and be with it. Give it to yourself and just be with that love. Bring your awareness back down to your feet. Wiggle your toes. And when you're ready, do a deep, big inhale. And on the exhale, come on back whenever you're ready. And we'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Have a great rest of your day.